Myself, Mr. Mate HT, Department of Botany, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. So today we are going to study the T.Y.B.Sc Botany, paper first, BO 331, cryptogamic botany. And from this topic number 3, that is the life cycle of the nostoc. Now there are different types in the life cycle. So the first, that is the classification. Now this classification, that is the division Cyanophyta, in which there are the regions chlorophyll bearing alga and cellulosic cell wall is there. Then class Myxophyceae, reserved food material is a cyanophycean starch. Then order Nostocales, heterocysts are present. These are somewhat large as compared to the normal vegetative cell. Non-trichous filaments are there. Then family Nostocaceae, the trichomes are unbranched, they are uniseriate, heterocyst terminal or intercalary. Then genus Nostoc, it is a blue-green mucilaginous ball. Now this is about the classification. Now the thallus structure. In the thallus structure, first the nostoc ball, because these filaments, these trichomes of the nostoc, they are developed in the nostoc ball. So first we have to study the nostoc ball. So these are the balls of the nostoc. There are thousands of the straight filaments are there, and they form a ball-like structure which is called as the nostoc ball or colony of the nostoc. It is somewhat ball-like in shape. It is blue-green in color, and it is completely encircled by the gelatinous mucilage. And inside this, there are thousands of the trichomes or filaments are there. So this is the nostoc ball, in which there are the filaments which are called as the trichome. So we are going to study the trichome. So this is the filament which is called as the trichome of the nostoc. It is beaded in appearance and it is twisted. Now there are all the cells are identical except some cells they are very large as compared to the normal vegetative cell. So these are the normal vegetative cell, and all of this filament is encircled by a gelatinous mass which is called as the mucilage. So this is the envelope of the mucilage. It is encircled each and every filament and also the nostoc ball. So these are the vegetative cell, and these large cells they are called as the intercalary heterocysts. Now when they are in between the vegetative cell, then they are called as the intercalary heterocyst, and when they are toward the apex or toward the one side, then they are called as the terminal heterocyst. Now these heterocysts are important for the reproduction and also for the nitrogen fixation. Now there are some cells which are thick walled and they stores a very large amount of the food material. These cells are called as the eukaryote, and they are also important for the reproduction purposes. Now it is uniceriate and unbranched filaments are there. So this is the filament trichome of the nostoc. Now this is the single heterocyst. It may be intercalary or terminal in position. Now it has a polar nodule, and in the polar nodule there is a pore, and these heterocysts are important for the process of vegetative reproduction, and also they fixes the atmospheric nitrogen, so they are economically important also. And this heterocyst cell is also get covered by a mucilaginous sheath. So this is the cell structure. It is oval in shape. It also externally covered by the gelatinous mass, and it is a prokaryotic type of cell. It has a cell wall. It is formed by the cellulose and a pectin. Inside this there is the cytoplasm. Inside this there is the protoplasm, and this protoplasm is divided into the two parts. The outer protoplasm is called as the chromoplasm, while inner protoplasm is called as the centroplasm, in which the genetic material is suspended. And in the chromoplasm, different types of the pigments are present. For example, phycocyanin and chlorophyll A pigments are there. And the food material is the cyanophycean granules are the starch type of the food material. Now reproduction. Now in nostoc, asexual and sexual reproduction are completely absent, but only the vegetative reproduction is there. Number 1, fragmentation. When a colony or a nostoc ball is get break into number of fragments because of any accident, then each fragment has a capacity to develop into a new colony. So here fragments, that is nothing but the fragments of the nostoc ball or the nostoc colony. Then second, that is the hormogonia. These are nothing but the fragments of the trichome or the fragments of the filaments. When filaments get break into a number of fragments, then each fragment has a capacity to develop into a new thallus, into a new trichome of the nostoc. Now heterocyst. Heterocyst is also important in the process of reproduction, in the process of vegetative reproduction. Now this heterocyst simply divides into 2 cells, and these 2 cells again divide and redivide to give a new trichome. In this way, this is only the vegetative type of reproduction is seen in the nostoc. Thank you.